Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you very much. Okay, my name is Abu Bakar. I am your tutor for this paper, financial reporting, for financial reporting. So I welcome you all in the orientation class of financial reporting. So uh, I have been teaching this paper for, if I'm not wrong, for last 15 years. For last 15 years. So I also teach other papers as well in different accountancy bodies. So let's start the class. First of all, as you know, we are going to study financial reporting paper, FR paper in ACCA. First of all, what we will be doing, or what is our objective of studying this paper. Dear students, in this paper, if I define, in this paper, we will learn how to report financial transactions and related information to our primary stakeholders and other stakeholders. But the primary stakeholders are the shareholders. Like for example, if we incur some electricity expense, how we are going to report it, how we are going to report the interest expense, how we are going to report a purchase of a car, how we are going to report a purchase of a land or a bank loan or a preference shares, how we are going to report the right issue, how we are going to report the bonus issues. All these matters, how we will report, this thing we will learn in this paper, financial reporting. And obviously, we have some background of the accounting. We know that we report the financial transactions to our stakeholders through financial statement. We report these things to our shareholders through financial statement. So we can say we will learn to prepare financial statement here. We learn to prepare the financial statement here. The financial statements include profit and loss account and other comprehensive income. It includes statement of financial position. It includes statement of change in equity, statement of change in equity. It includes cash flow, cash flow statements. The financial statement also includes related disclosures and and notes. This will kindly mute and related notes. Okay. And how we will prepare the financial statement for that purpose, how we will report the transaction in a financial statement. For that purpose, we have various accounting standards which we have to learn before we prepare the financial statements. Okay. And further, if I talk about the journey of this paper, the journey of the financial reporting in ACCA, first of all, in the foundation level, FD level of ACCA, we have financial accounting paper. In this paper, we basically learn the basic accounting, double entry, ledger, trial balance, bank reconciliation, bad debts, accruals, prepayments, errors, such things we study in foundation level paper of financial accounting. Now, after the foundation level, we are at the skill level of ACCA. And now in skill level, we are going to study financial reporting paper. So we can say the basic knowledge of the FR we have learned in financial accounting. So now we carry forward that knowledge to FR paper. And after this skill level, when we will complete this level, we will be at professional level of ACCA, and there we will be studying another related paper which is SBR. SBR, Strategic Business Reporting. We can say this is the advanced form of the financial reporting. So what we will learn, we will carry forward in SBR as well. And after that, the reporting paper will be completed in ACCA. But let me tell you one thing, that in professional level, there will be another paper in which you have option, and that paper is AAA, Advanced Audit and Assurance. Advanced Audit and Assurance. And in this paper, there will be testing as per the perspective of the audit. There will be a testing of accounting standards as well. If I'm not wrong, I think 20% marks would be dependent. So the things which we have studied in financial accounting, which we are going to study in FR, and which we will be studying in SBR, will also relevant for another paper of the ACCA, which is Advanced Audit and Assurance. Advanced Audit and Assurance. Now, after this, I would like to discuss the study plan with you guys. Now, at your screen, you are looking at the study plan which we have designed for you. As you know, obviously the first class will be the introductory class, which is taking place at the moment. Then, if we talk about the topics, the first topic which I will be taking up will be property, plant and equipment. It is IS 16 accounting standard. In this accounting standard, I will be teaching you how to account for tangible non-current assets in financial statement which are being held for use in business, like factory building, land, manufacturing plant, vehicles, uh, like furniture and fixtures, like computer equipment, how to account for these things in financial statements. For that purpose, we have IS 16, property, plant, and equipment. Then, after the IS 16, property, plant, and equipment, the next topic we will be taking up is IAS 20. This IAS 20 is about government grant and the assistance. Now, it is quite possible that government may extend some support to some business entities. Like sometimes government may give you a land or an asset, or that may give you a cash, or there might be some other sort of assistance would be provided by the government to the entity or the range of specific entities. Now that is known as government grant and assistance. Now how to account for and how to disclose those government grants and assistance in the financial statement. For that purpose, we will be studying IAS 20 government grant. Then there is another standard, IAS 23. It is about the treatment of borrowing cost. Now, when we say the borrowing cost means interest expense, it means finance cost. So interest cost, finance cost, they are known as borrowing cost. Now, how to account for the borrowing cost? Now, we have two treatments, possible treatments of the borrowing cost. Number one, which we have studied earlier, and that is the borrowing cost is expense out in a profit and loss account. But there is another possible treatment, and that is the borrowing cost will be capitalized as a part of the asset. Capitalized. We will add the expense in the carrying value of the asset. Now, when we will capitalize it and when we will expense out it, these things we will be studying in IAS 23 borrowing cost. Then we have impairment of asset, IAS 36. This accounting standard is related to the accounting of decrease in economic benefits which we expect from the asset. How to account for those reduction in economic benefit other than depreciation in financial statement, impairment. Like sometimes we have asset have maybe damaged by some incident, some accidents. So how to account for that accounting? That is known as impairment of the asset. Then the next standard would be IAS 38. It is about the accounting of intangible non-current assets like copyrights, software, patents, trademarks, brand names. These are intangible assets without physical existence. Now, how to account for the intangible assets? For that purpose, we will be having IAS 38 in financial reporting paper. Then investment property, which is IAS 40. Investment property. Property means land and building. Now, a property which is held for rental purposes or capital appreciation is known as investment property. And the investment property is accounted for in the separate accounting standard of IAS 40. Then we have IFRS 5. It is about non-current asset held for sale and discontinued operation. Now, when we have an asset which is being used by the company, but now the company has decided that they will dispose of the asset. Now, that asset will become asset held for sale. And discontinued operation means that company is closing down its business operations. Now that is known as discontinued operation. Now how to account for and how to disclose the asset held for sale and discontinued operations in financial statement, we have IFRS 5, International Financial Reporting Standard 5, that we will be studying. Now, let me tell you one thing. Student asked that what is the difference between IAS and IFRS. Dear student, IAS stand for International Accounting Standard, and it is stand for International Financial Reporting Standard. Now, in the earlier times, when International Accounting Standard Board set the standard, they name it IAS, International Accounting Standard. Okay, because the perceived role of the chartered accountant was to doing accounting and auditing. So accounting, International Accounting Standard. But with the passage of time, the role of the accountant has been changed, especially the role of the chartered accountant. Now, their role is not only to account for the things, but now their role is to report the financial transaction. So that's why now whenever the new standard is issued, it is not called IAS, it is called IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standard. Now they are no more accounting standard, they are now financial reporting standard. So the role of the accountant is now to report. So that's why the standard will become financial reporting standard. Okay. So at the moment we have some old standards which are still known as IAS. And as the new standards are introduced and the old standard has been eliminated, the new standards are named with IFRS. Now, after that, we have income tax IAS 12. In this accounting standard, we will learn how to account for income tax in financial statement. Then we have IAS 2 inventory, in which we will learn how to account for the inventory of the business. And then we have IAS 41. IAS 41 is about the biological assets. Biological assets mean the living assets, like plants and animals. They are living assets. Now, if we have some living assets, biological assets, how to account for those assets and their related products in the financial statement. For that purpose, we will be having IAS 41 in our syllabus. So that will be the first grade of our syllabus. In this grade, we will be covering these standards, and then we will be having the test 1 relating to these topics. After that, now it will take a number of classes. When we will complete these topics, then we will conduct the test. Then after that, we have IAS 8. It is about accounting policies, estimate, and prior period errors. What is the accounting policy errors and prior period error? We will be studying in IAS 8. Then we have IAS 37. In this standard, we will learn the accounting of provisions, contingent liabilities, and contingent assets. Then we have IFRS. Then we have IFRS 13. IFRS 13 is on fair value measurement. Fair value means market value. Now, how to measure the market values, how to determine the fair values, for that purpose we have IFRS 13. Then we have IFRS 15. IFRS 15 is about revenue. Revenue means income which is generated in the ordinary course of a business. Like for example, if we talk about the Apple Incorporation, Apple company, their ordinary income is to generate from selling their products like iPhones, like iPads. These are their products. from which they generate income when they sell it. Now that is known as revenue. Okay. But if they have investment somewhere else from where they are getting dividends, that is income but not a revenue. So revenue is an income which is generated from ordinary activity of a business, and how to recognize and measure that thing in the financial statement is IFRS 15. Then we have IS 32 and IFRS 9. In these two accounting standards, we will be learning about the accounting of financial instruments, like accounting of ordinary shares, preference shares, loan note, debentures, bank loans, bank receipt, bank deposits, loan receivables. These are known as financial instruments. For that purpose, we have IAS 32 and IFRS 9. Then we have IFRS 16. It is about the accounting of lease. Sometimes instead of purchasing the asset, we take the asset on rent, on installment. That is known as lease. Now, how to account for that lease? We have IFRS 16 in our syllabus. Then we have IS 10. It is an accounting standard in which we will learn about the events after reporting period, what are the events after reporting period and how to account for. For that purpose, we have IS 10. Then we have preparation of the financial statement. In this, I will teach you IS 33, earning per share, and along with that, the thing which we will be learning here, the preparation of the financial statement, profit and loss, financial position, statement of change in equity. And for that purpose, we have a new standard, IFRS 18. Previously, on preparation of the financial statement, there was IAS 1, but IAS 1 has been replaced by IFRS 18. We will be learning here how to prepare cash flow statement. It is also known as IAS 7, cash flow statement. We will be learning to prepare the consolidated financial statements, group accounts. We will learn the group account as well here. Group accounts. In group accounts, we will learn how to consolidate parent-subsidiary relationship. We define the parent-subsidiary relationship, associate. Then we will be learning how to consolidate profit and loss account, how to consolidate statement of financial analysis, financial position. And another thing which we will be learning here is known as ratio analysis. It's not mentioned here, but ratio analysis, interpretation of the financial statement, we will be learning here, where we will learn how to interpret the financial statement. And last thing, another accounting standard which is part of the syllabus is IAS 21. It is known as effect of change in forex rates, foreign exchange rate. Now, some businesses may involve in a foreign currency transaction. Now, their foreign currency transaction need to be translated in their financial statement currency. And when will they do it? There will be some foreign exchange gain or foreign exchange loss due to change in exchange rate. Now, how to account for those changes? For that purpose, we will be learning IAS 21. So that would be the syllabus. or course plan, which we will be doing in this class. Okay? Any question?
No.
Okay. Now, let's talk about exam. First of all, you all people would know that the exam will be of total 100 marks. And to pass the exam, you need at least 50%. And if you have less than 50%, the exam would be considered fail. Okay? And other thing, the exam will be the computer-based exam. It will be a CB exam. It will be a CB exam. And in that exam, your examiner has divided the exam in different parts. The first part is a part A, and in part A, there will be total 30 marks available, and the distribution of 30 marks will be that there will be 15 OT. OT mean objective test questions. 15 objective test questions, and each question will be consist of 2 marks. So 15 into 2, you will be having total 30 marks in the part A of your exam, part A of your exam. Now, how that exam will be looking like, the section A of exam. For that purpose, you can see at your screen the section A, 15 objective OT test question, 2 marks, and there will be total 30 marks. Now, objective test question means multiple choice question, filling the blanks, matching bonds. Okay, objective question. Like you can see here, you are looking at the first question. Consolidated financial statements are presented on the basis that the companies within group are treated if they are single economic entity. Which two of the following requirements of preparing the consolidated financial statement? So you have 4 options. All subsidiaries must adopt the accounting policy of the parent in their individual financial statement. Subsidiaries with activities which are substantially different to the activities of the other members of the group should not be consolidated. All entity financial statement within group should normally be prepared to the same accounting year and prior to consolidation. Unrealized profit within the group must be eliminated in the consolidated financial statement. You have to choose the 2 options. So you will choose the 2 right options in your exam. Like I am choosing first and last one. Okay, and you will move to the next question. In the next question, you have a filling the blank. You have the statement, and here you have the filling the blank to respond the answer. So you will read the question, you will do your calculation, and you put your answer here, and you will then move to the next question. Again, you have multiple choice question, then you have true and false. Again, you have to match the right things with the right one. Then MCQs, then MCQs, MCQ, Again, drop down. You will do the calculation, you choose the right answer. Next, then MCQ. Then you have to drop box question. So you will be having, then you have another multiple choice question. Then you have multiple choice question. Then again, you have to find the right graph. Then multiple objective question. So this would be the part A of your exam. You will be having 15 questions. Each question will be consist of 2 marks. Then there will be the part B. In part B, there will be 3 OT case studies. 3 OT case studies. Now, OT case study means there will be a case study, like this will be the question. This will be the question. And this OT case study will be having 5 OT questions. OT1, OT2, OT3, OT4, and OT5. And each OT will be consist of 2 marks. So there will be total 10 marks for each OT case study. It is like multiple task question. If you are from the foundation level of ACCA, in foundation level of ACCA, you have MTQs, multiple task question. So it is like a multiple task question. So there will be 3 OT cases. Each OT case will be consist of 10 marks, and there will be total 30 marks in part B as well. But let me tell you, if you have in OT cases, you have 5 OT questions. Now, if your 2 answers are incorrect and 3 answers are correct, you will get your 6 marks. Okay? Keep in your mind, you will get your 6 marks. In OT cases, each OT question will be tested individually as far as the marks are concerned. So you are looking at the first OT case study. On the left side of your screen, you have a case study, and on the right side, you have first question relating to the first OT case. And after doing this question, you will take the token and place filling the blanks, and then you will press the next. You can see the left side is not changed, it is the same, but you are looking at the second OT question of the first OT case study, filling the multiple choice question. Then third OT question of the first OT case study, filling the blank. Then the fourth OT question of the first OT case study. And then the fifth OT question of the first OT case study. And when you press it, your second OT case study will open. And you will be having 3 OT case studies. Okay? And there will be 30 marks there as well. So 60% of your exam will be based on OT question, objective question. Okay? Where they will cover every section of your exam, every area of your exam. Now, the section C. The section C is known as constructive response questions. There will be 2 constructive response questions of 20 marks each. So there will be total 40 marks here. The constructive response question means, like if you look at the first question, on the left side of your screen, you have a question, then you have the requirements, and then below the requirements, you have given an Excel sheet. You have an Excel sheet to calculate the answer, to prepare the answer. Like in the first requirement for 6 marks, you have to calculate using the pre-formatted response provided, adjusted earnings. You have to prepare the financial position. You have to prepare the statement of cash flow, investment activity. Okay. So you have to calculate the answer in this spreadsheet, which is already given to you in the answer area. You can adjust the screen, you can enlarge it, you can decrease it. It is possible. But this is the constructive response question. So you have to write the answer. It is not MCQ, you have to give the detailed answer. After completing it, there will be the second constructive response question in which you need to calculate some ratios and you have to do the analysis. This is the ratio analysis question. Again, you have given with the pre-formatted word format where you will calculate the ratio, show the working, and then you will do the analysis here. You will do the analysis in a part B. You will write your analysis. Okay? This is the constructive response question, 40% of your exam, 2 questions of 20 marks. But let me tell you one thing, that in this area, this is my, you can say, from experience, the thing which we have noticed that in a section C of your exam, there will be 2 questions, as you know, but at least 1 question will be from ratio analysis. 1 question will be from ratio analysis. 98% chance. The 1 question will be from the ratio analysis of the 20 marks. The second question may be from financial statement or maybe from consolidated financial statement. But 1 question at least of 20 marks will be tested from the ratio analysis, Okay. So that will be your exam style. Any question?
No.
Now, another important thing which we should need to discuss in the first class, that is about study material. Now, for study material, first of all, the study text. As far as the study text is concerned, I will provide you study notes. We have study notes which I will provide you. Like here I have with me in a PDF format. With all the things we have covered relating to FR, each and every topic, whether it is important or not, remote Each and everything of the syllabus is covered in these notes. Okay, the thing which I have discussed with the course plan, all the things have been covered here, and these notes will be shared with you. Okay, these notes will be shared with you guys. So the study notes will be given to you, and along with the notes, the source you can use Study Hub, ACCA Study Hub. Are you familiar with it, with the Study Hub? Are you familiar with the Study Hub?
Yes.
Okay. So you will be having Study Hub, but let me tell you, the study notes which I will provide you, they are basically based on Study Hub. Okay. So the Study Hub study text I will provide you in the form of notes from where you can study it offline as well. Otherwise, you can access your book through the ACCA website as well. But the notes will be provided to you for study text. Other than that, I would recommend you, if you want to study somewhere else, if you want to use a book, then the book which I will recommend you is Kaplan. You should use Kaplan, but the latest version, not the old version. Okay, because there are changes. So you need to follow the latest version of the Kaplan. Okay, so that would be the things which will cover your study material. And in these things, you will use the only one. If you are reading from notes or study hub, then there is no need to study from the Kaplan. There will be no benefit. Okay, so for your personal study, you should follow only one source. Only one source. That would be more than enough. Now the exam practice. From where we do the exam practice, for exam practice, we have study hub, where we have number of part A question, part B question, and part C question. Along with that, I will share you with guys the latest Kaplan exam kit as well. So for practice purposes, we will be following two sources: ACCA Study Hub and Kaplan exam kit. And section A and section B will be different in a Study Hub and a Kaplan exam kit. They will be different. So as far as the A and part B of exam is concerned, it would be worthwhile that we will do practice from Study Hub and Kaplan exam kit. Both sources should be used. But as far as the part C is concerned, where we will be doing the constructive response question, these questions will be same in Study Hub and Kaplan exam kit. So for that purpose, we will use only one source. But for part A and B of your exam, we will be studying the Study Hub and Kaplan exam kit. Both sources we will be using. Okay. And the exam practice kit of the Kaplan I will provide you. Study Hub will be available on accglobal.com on my ACCA account. And so for study text, the notes and the Kaplan book I will share with you guys. Okay, through the LMS or through the WhatsApp group. These things will be shared with you. And one more thing for the study plan purposes, dear student, the part C of your exam will be covered at the end of the course. And I mean to say, when we will be reaching in October, sorry, not in October, in April, in the month of April, I will be starting the part C of your exam. Before that, we have to cover all these accounting standards. I will start from the accounting standard I told you. So in my initial classes, I will be doing the accounting standards and we will be doing practice only part A and part B of your exam. And when we will complete the accounting standard, we will reach at the part C of your exam where we will learn to prepare the financial statement, cash flows, group account, and ratio analysis. There we will start to study or we will start to practice the section C of your exam. Section C of your exam. And we cannot do it earlier because, for example, if I am preparing the financial statement, there will be adjustment for IAS 23, IAS 20, IAS 15, IAS 36, IFRS 16, IFRS 9, IAS 32. So without doing the accounting standard, we cannot prepare the financial statement for individual company, single entity, for group account or cash flow statement, or neither we can do the ratio analysis. So first we will be doing the accounting standard. We will, along with the accounting standard, we will be doing the practice of part A of your exam and part B of your exam. And then we will move to the part C of your exam. Okay? Any question?
No questions.
Okay, good. Okay, student. This was your orientation class, introductory class. I will start the lectures from next Saturday. From next Saturday, I will start the class and we will start the course, and we will be starting from IAS 16 property, plant and equipment. So I hope that you will be joining in the next class, and in the next class I will start from IAS 16. Okay. So till then, goodbye and take care.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you.